never-ending quest to help you. If you still haven't done all your Christmas shopping yet, we've got James Harkins here with the Texas General Land Office. Always good to see you.
Good to see you too, Dave.
It's always cool to talk about this, a program you guys have had going for a while now. Really just opening up the vaults and showcasing so many of the maps you've collected and preserved over the years that are available to give as gifts.
Sure. Through the Save Texas History program of the Texas General Land Office, we actually have 45,000 different maps of Austin, Texas, and basically every city in the state and every county. And whenever you buy one of these maps, they're available for just $20. 100% of the money goes into conservation of other maps and documents. And a lot of people don't know that they're here, that they're just right down the street from us right now. And they give a nice snapshot in time of what Austin looked like in 1939 or 1839. Or
yeah, I guess we're going to kind of go down the line here because this is very interesting, James, because we talked so much just in the last 20 years, 10 years about how you can see growth over the first 100 years as I get out of the way here. So this was 1839?
So this was the first map that was ever published of Austin in 1839. So there's really nothing here at this point.
Yeah.
Really what's here, there's Barton's house from down on Barton Creek.
Yeah.
You've got the city of Austin. The blocks aren't quite right, but they knew that they wanted the capital city to have a grid, be like a great European capital city. So you've got Capitol Square right there, College Grove about where UT is. And one thing that I think is real neat is you kind of have this stair step that I get questioned about. And this is maybe a case of the first eminent domain. These were original land grants that were given that the Republic of Texas bought out in order to put the city plot.
It's just fascinating. And then we go 100 years later and growth's out of control. There's probably hand-wringing what's going on here.
Growth out of control. This is 1939. This gives you a nice snapshot in time. It's not exactly the most politically correct map that there is.
No.
These are the men whose efforts and money are pushing Austin forward. Not something that would probably be said today.
No.
Something that's neat
we'll
is...
know the titles for some of the institutions on that.
Let alone that. So this stretches all the way south to St. Edwards, way far on the outskirts of town. And you can see that here's the county poor farm out where Terrytown is today. Maybe not the same.
No.
You've got the University of Texas right here. The football stadium looks a lot smaller back then than it does today. And, you know, you can really just kind of get a good idea of the different businesses that are in town and kind of what the city looked like back then.
But again, James, these are just two of, you said about 4,500 and change maps available. Big state maps or just individual cities of your hometown or whatever. I mean, whatever someone's looking for, chances are they have it.
I think Verizon used to do a thing where we've got a map for that. Yeah. That's kind of what we've got for Texas. We literally have a map for every single county. Every square inch of the state has been mapped by the General Land Office, and they're all available.
Yeah, and they really are beautiful pieces of art for what they are, especially when they're framed and set up nice in your home or office, whatever it is, conversation starters. And I would imagine over the last few years, you said not enough people know about these programs, but as more people learn about them, maybe the demand for the maps get a little higher.
Well, we've actually seen that ever since Commissioner Bush came on, and over the last couple of years and months, we've been getting a lot of people who have taken notice of the General Land Office, and we've actually worked with a lot of private collectors, some of which have let us digitize their maps, like this map of Texas, and or who have just donated their maps to the GLO because we are such a good archive, and not everybody knew about it for maybe 170 years that we existed, but now people know about us, and they realize that for maps, there's no better place than the General Land Office.
Okay, real quick, we need to know how people can look through the archive and where to go and the deadline they need to keep in mind.
Sure. We just launched SaveTexasHistory.org, where people can go online and they can search through the 45,000 maps. We made it a little bit easier, pick some featured ones of Austin, Houston, and other big cities and of the state. And if you order them online by December 21st, which is this coming Monday, you'll get it in time for Christmas.
Have it for Christmas Day. All right, James, thank you so much for coming in and showing us some of the maps. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.